Hey there, my name is Nick, and since we're quarantined inside for the foreseeable future, I decided to go through my drawers of stuff to see what I could actually make videos out of. So here's one about a phone I've had since 2008. Since flip phones are apparently making a comeback, let me tell you about my favorite phone, the first and only flip phone I've ever owned, the Samsung Alias. The Alias's main selling point was that it could flip open two ways. That's right, you got two ways to open your phone and two ways to hang up on calls you didn't actually want to take.
Hello, this is Kelsey. I'm calling from college university, and even though you're probably still in debt to us, I was wondering whether or not you'd be willing to make a contribution to the student fund for this upcoming student year.
Since you could be looking at your phone at two completely different angles, the number pad and QWERTY keyboard are drawn perpendicularly. That's right, this thing had a full QWERTY keyboard to make it easier to type when using the phone in Alias mode. The keys are definitely a little small, but they have that satisfying chiclet clicky sound when pressed, and maybe it's just me, but I actually really miss this tactile feedback in my tiny keyboard typing experience. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the entire reason brick-style smartphones are being remade into their clamshell-style predecessors is because people miss this kind of tactile experience. So I do UX design for a living, so when it comes to the experience of using a product, or anything, in this case a phone or a keyboard, there's just something so satisfying about it. And especially when you're snapping this thing shut in a scam caller's stupid digital face.
Do not hang up. This is the IRS. We are letting you know that IRS agents are on their way to arrest you right now. Please give us your bank account information to stop the agents from arresting you in broad daylight in front of your family.
This phone is enjoyable to me for the same reason that a mechanical keyboard is. I love its chunky tactile feedback, and it's like ASMR but for your fingertips. That's right, this phone is truly aesthetic. So before you spend $1,500 on a phone you probably won't want to open and close that much because it costs $1,500, maybe make sure the fancy modern clamshell flip phones can do things like this. And yes, I do know that Samsung made a follow-up to the original Alias, the Alias 2, but honestly, I never really liked this one as much. It's like the Alias 2 was designed in the 80s and the Alias 1 was designed in the 90s, and I just prefer that 90s appeal. The Alias 2 was also thicker, and part of the appeal of the Alias 1 was how much it packed into a pretty thin design. And don't get me wrong, I do appreciate some thickness, but just not in things I have to keep in my pocket all day. So Samsung, I see your new phones, I get it, they're totally cool, but if you can find some way to get this one updated and back into a sort of smartphone market, I would be greatly appreciative. I would even pay you up to, well, not $1,500. Probably not above $1,000 either. But we'll work that out. Anyway, I hope you're all washing your hands and staying sane while you're indoors all this time. If you liked the video, please leave a like and maybe consider subscribing, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Thanks.